Wait. It's so weird because it's like slow motion and backwards. I have to like really.
What's happening?
This is like very difficult grooming.
It is. To groom on camera in the TV. We're here.
We made it.
We made it. Welcome to Glitter and Garbage, you guys. So excited to be back with my boo, my favorite, my paisan, actor, activist, comedian, writer.
Whatever.
Fucking the man with all the good stories. It's Daniel Franzese.
Hi, how you doing? I got more stories in the Brooklyn tenement.
Yeah, you do. You got your stories. I hope you brought your stories, babe. Yeah. Finger through that book.
Finger
the book. We're off to a great start, you guys. Wait, we've had such a great week, both of us,
yeah.
I feel. You had a wild night last night. I want to hear all about it.
I'm barely awake.
Thank you for coming, by the way.
That's what I do.
You're the best.
I show up.
Let's talk, because the Oscars were last night.
Right.
And all the looks.
Right. It was the whole town shut down.
Exactly. The town did shut down.
The town shuts down as if something major is going to happen.
It's an event. It's like the president.
I have to say, to Los Angeles' credit, how quick they cleaned it up.
I was thinking that too.
I wake up, it's gone. It's like, did that even happen?
It's
very Brigadoon.
It's so crazy. I drive right by it on my way here, and I was like, it's gone. It's like it never happened. It's like Cinderella. Like poof, it's
weeks
gone
and weeks and weeks, and it's like Burning Man. And then poof.
It is, because it's closed down for like 2 weeks. You guys, this section of Hollywood Boulevard. It's crazy.
We sound bad. Yeah.
We do. We sound.
We're like, oh my god, my life.
It's so hard.
I can't even go across Sunset
because there's celebrities everywhere. Yeah. Wait, but you went to a special party. I did.
I went to Elton John's Oscar party, which is like the party.
It is the party.
Besides Vanity Fair, which you have to kind of like be nominated or be like A-list.
But also like Elton John's. I was literally just reading today. Elton's and the Vanity Fair party are the two top parties, and to me they're equal.
Well, no, I think. The thing is, it's capacity. Like I've been at Sundance. I learned that because I used to, you don't want to get your feelings hurt in Hollywood,
right?
But at Sundance, they don't care who you are. Like there's a fire marshal standing outside. They're like, the room's a shoebox. You can't get in.
Yeah.
Like so, it's like, so I think that I understand. I don't like to really go to award shows when I'm not nominated or don't know somebody or don't have a reason to be there.
Right. Of course.
I'd rather watch from like a party.
Sure.
But like the Elton John party was like lit.
So fun.
I mean, he performed. Like, it was hosted by Neil Patrick Harris and Tiffany Haddish.
Oh my God.
The after party was like wall to wall, everybody. Like, got to see all the old friends, all the old high school. Not really high school, but like Hollywood High.
Yeah, Hollywood High. Now, who's in your Hollywood High that you saw?
Oh, who did I see? First of all, there's like a little Glee reunion happening around me. Yeah, like a lot of the, because, they were all there. It was like, that was fun to see.
Yeah.
Like Kevin McHale is my sister from Celebrity Drag Race.
I love that, yes.
So I had to in on the Glee crowd. I kind of know them all, but it was like fun to be around that.
Yeah.
I booty danced with Kesha.
Oh my God.
And Kyle Richards, who I don't think she knew who I was, and I barely know who she is, even though she looked absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Like stunting, even from behind. I was like, she has no flaws. She's amazing.
She's stunning.
But all the gays were like, it was like a turkey.
Yeah.
Coven of witch turkeys. And I was like, okay, everybody calm down.
Yeah.
And eventually I got my picture. I just wanted to, and hung out with her. It was like just, who else was there? A lot of the queens from Drag Race.
Love it.
Manila Luzon looked unbelievable. Shangela.
Oh, Shangela. I love.
Looked like $1 million.
So
and Sasha Colby.
Ooh,
yeah, really fun.
Okay.
Kikiing with the kids,
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to forget people. They're going to be like, you didn't say hi.
I'm sure they're all listening to Glitter and Garbage.
You're right. No, but then you take a clip and then I'm like, they're like,
They're like, you didn't say my name.
Smokey Robinson was there.
What?
That was a sighting.
That is a sighting.
And Toni Braxton.
Oh, Unbreak My Heart right now. That is iconic.
I know. I remember Toni Braxton saying that people always ask her to sing at weddings, and she's like, what am I going to sing? Unbreak My Heart?
Yeah.
Like
Unbreak. Oh, that used to be a karaoke.
7 whole days.
Yeah.
And not a word from you. Like at a wedding.
Good. Yeah, exactly. At a wedding.
You're kind of right.
Though Unbreak My Heart is so good. It's so sexy.
I know.
It's like, ooh, we're broken up, but let's bang one more time.
You might think it's sexy. It was like my parents were getting divorced when that album came out.
Oh no.
So that was accompanied by my mom on the vacuum.
Sure.
Like it was like, unbreak my that rat bastard, just like making me lift my feet up while she vacuumed anything.
Say love me. Sorry.
It's like a little triggering. I'm like,
oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Thank you.
It's triggering for anyone who's heard me sing it at karaoke. Your nails look amazing.
Thanks. These are my awards nails. I think it's better in your camera.
They're like tuxedo nails, you guys. Wait,
there we go.
The good camera?
Oh.
They're little tuxes. They're so cute. And you gave us the play-by-play on your nails on the last one, so we know.
That's right. We know now. Now we know to look.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was really fun. They raised a lot of money. I think it was $11 million or something crazy like that.
That's great.
Yeah, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
It was so fun to see everybody. Everybody looked good.
Yeah. What did you wear?
I wore a tux. I wore black on black on black.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, I never really did that. I always try to spruce it up or do something crazy. And I was like, let me just go full classic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like black on black.
Inspired by these little babies.
Yes, with a pop of a tux on. I see the tux theme. I see what you're doing.
I had a really good time. You know who was there? Is Mario Cantone and his husband, Jerry.
I love
Mario Cantone because let me tell you something. As a gay Italian comic, there's very few of us.
Yeah.
We could literally do the Sausage and Peppers tour. You know what I mean? Hold the peppers, And then, I have followed him forever. He used to do a television show. Did you ever watch Steam Pipe Alley?
No.
So he used to do this thing. It was on Channel 9, WRK, New York. The New Yorkers know. The tri-state area knows.
Yeah.
And he was like him at full throttle, like 100%.
Yes.
A host of a kids show.
Amazing.
And he's like, let's go! Climb through the tube! Climb through the tube! And I knew he was like, I didn't know, he wasn't like out on a children's show, but I knew he was gay coded. And as a little gay, I was like, why do they let this gay man on TV? I was like, that's amazing. I was like, am I the only one that notices? I was like, and look at them, let him go. And he gets to be himself. And it made me be hypersensitive to his career and followed him all the way. Like when he did Broadway, I knew I was doing musical theater school, and then of course his stand-up.
Yeah.
That I got to see a lot of on The View and other places that he's done it, and Sex and the City, which is like my favorite show ever. And then he ends up on that show. So we've been friends and stuff, and I think we hung out a few times, but we really got to kiki and really hang and dance to George Michael and stuff. It was fun.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, that was nice.
And what did Elton play?
They had a couple of bands there. He did a bunch of songs. Some of them were covers, but you know what? Really, the highlight was the DJ.
Really?
The DJ was bangers, one after the other. There wasn't a song that played that everybody in the room didn't know the words to, kind of thing.
Yes.
It was all hits. It was disco. Yeah. Again, George Michael. You were getting all the goodies.
People shit on DJs a lot and say they have no talent. Being a good DJ is a skill.
It was a complete vibe there because I'm not even drinking these days, and I'm dancing, going crazy, looking all over the place, because when you got the happy feet, you turn into one of those little penguins.
Yes. When the song is right.
Yeah, it was right, and there was very little new stuff. They did play Yes End.
Okay.
So we got into that.
We're gonna talk all about Ari. Yep, yes. We are.
But yeah, so it was just fun. It was really good, and everybody looked beautiful. There was some amazing gowns and dresses. This one, oh man, Tunde was her name. She was she's what is it, the Peloton.
Oh, the Peloton.
Right, because I didn't know what she did. I was like, she's an actress, she's somebody famous, she looks stunning, and I went up to her and I was like, because I like to do this. Yeah. I like to go up to whoever I think is best dressed at night and let them know that that's the truth.
That's so nice.
To me, it's I have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what you did is you turned out. So she was my favorite gown. And I was like, I have to say something to her. And then I met her and so.
And she's a Peloton?
I believe so. She's instructor? A famous influencer instructor.
Wow.
A lot of things.
They're huge.
TV host, yeah. Yeah. And I just met her, but
that's so great.
She was
looked great.
Unbelievable. Yeah, there was so many pretty dresses. Yeah, there's only so much a guy can do too. So it was fun to me to see different people how they Billy Eichner's wearing this kind of bow tie. This one's got this custom jacket or whatever. Yeah, Dexter Mayfield came in this incredible gown thing. People just were able to really show up and do what they do. It's nice to see people be a little different.
Yeah, especially at Elton John's. That's a great place to showcase fashion.
Right. I get a lot of the gay parties this week. Like
Yeah.
I get to go to the Queer Teas, and I'm going to the GLAAD Awards this week. And
Nice.
people really also show out and do like
Yeah.
a little extra there.
Sure.
I kind of like when I'm doing actual Academy stuff to be like a little more on the classic side.
Sure.
But then to get like a little wild and nuts, whatever. So I got a jacket at in Indiana.
Okay, I'm listening.
At a St. Vincent de Paul. Okay.
Okay.
And then it was like a big, like a black leather jacket. And I'm like, the fit is good on this, but it's like kind of old, weird looking. And it had white paint on the arm.
Okay.
But it was $9.
Wow.
So I took it home and I splatter painted in silver leather paint. And then for the first time, I learned how to stone. And I did all like crystals
Like-
on the splatters.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to wear to the Queer Teas tomorrow night.
Wait, is that like bedazzling?
Yeah, it's like bedazzling.
Oh my God.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a bedazzle's like a...
Yeah, it's like a...
Right. This is like you take the glue and then you have to take the wax pen and you
Oh
place.
my gosh, this is
You
elevated
glue and you place.
bedazzling.
You glue and you
Classy
place.
bedazzling.
Yeah. It's the. I've been hearing about it forever on Drag Race. The E6000 glue.
Wow.
And you have to use this special glue, and then you get like a wax pen, and you can play. It's so much fun.
That's so fun.
I'm gonna actually show up here really shiny, and the next time I come.
Yes, please.
Because everything I want to bedazzle now.
You know, I've been wanting to. People have asked a lot about merch and stuff. Whenever the time comes that I do merch, I will hand bedazzle for you bitches.
It's probably way more cost effective.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know the places to go downtown.
Good.
Like we just bought a bunch of crystals, and we bedazzled our outfits for the Queer Teas tomorrow.
I love that.
Why not?
Oh my God, why not?
Queer is in the title.
Yeah, exactly. Bedazzle. Bring a little sparkle, you know?
That's it.
Did you watch the awards or did you just go to the party?
I did. We went to a couple of parties before that, and I watched some of the awards. I liked it.
I thought it was
really entertaining.
Truth be told, it was my boyfriend's birthday, so I had to take him to see Dune. But I watched the highlights when I got home. Dune's amazing, by the way. I'm not a Dune. I wasn't a Dune girly. I'm a full Dune girly now. Going in, I thought it was just this movie I might fall asleep in, you know?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It's pretty great. But I came home and watched the highlights. I'm sorry, Ryan Gosling doing I'm Just Ken.
That was funny.
really
Really good. And I like that they used the Kens from the movie, because they always like boost everybody out and then like just make it be the one. But they used everybody. That was really fun.
It was so fun. It was so pink. I love that he started in the crowd behind Margot Robbie.
A lot of people were saying that Margot Robbie's black dress was like a protest against Barbie.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up.
She's anti-Barbie that.
Yes, that's what a lot of people were saying. And then I read some other things that, you know, because she didn't get nominated, she was like, I'm not dressing like Barbie. But then a lot of people were saying she was letting America have her Barbie moment because she wore pink. So who knows? I mean, she can't be Barbie forever, you know?
I was really curious that if what is it?
Killers of the Flower Moon.
If the actress didn't win, because she would have been the first
Yeah.
Indigenous, like what the actress that won was gonna say.
Yeah.
And I thought Emma Stone handled it really nice.
Yeah.
And brought everybody in and talked about the making a movie, because it's so true. So if a movie's bad, a lot of times it gets blamed on the actor.
Yeah.
Or maybe the director.
Yeah.
But there's a whole, or if a movie's good,
Yeah.
a lot of times it goes credit to those people.
Exactly.
But it's literally, it's one of my favorite types of art forms, because when you make a movie, I think of it as like painting a mural.
Yeah.
Or even a TV show or whatever. When you're making something on film, it's like if I'm just sitting in like one side of the mural and I'm painting like a dock.
Yeah.
I'm so hyper focused on the dock that like when I back up, and you see the whole picture and what everyone else did, and when it's so cohesive like that, and when it works so beautifully the way Poor Things did, like it really is like an amazing feeling.
I totally agree. She looked fully shocked, by the way. Like she looked like she was, and I'm sure it was partially because her dress had broken. You saw that, right?
Yeah. I don't think I would have noticed had she said something. But
but
it must have felt uncomfortable.
I don't know. I saw like it was open in the back.
Yeah. They must have like done a little something.
Yeah. So I don't know, but also I'm like, ooh, heads rolled at Louis Vuitton today, I'm sure.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I mean, to design a dress for someone and have it break right before you win an Oscar?
I would definitely want a coupon next time.
I would be getting a discount. I mean, I'm sure she's getting free Louis Vuitton.
I definitely want a coupon. Yeah, I want the Louis off. I'll pay for the Vuitton, but I want the Louis part off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how crazy was that? But again, she's just so likable and so genuine seeming and so down to earth, even though and I think she's very, very talented.
I'm friendly with a lot of her friends from before she got famous.
Oh,
like
okay.
I knew a lot of them from theater and stuff.
Sure.
And everyone has nothing but nice things to say about her.
She seems great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's married to a comedy writer. He was like a writer. He is a writer on SNL. Like, she's great. I love Emma. And I thought her dress was gorgeous, broken and all.
Yeah, and 2 Oscars, nobody could really say shit about you anymore. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it funny that it takes that? Like, not even one.
Well, because the first one...
It could be like one big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one, people are like, that was a fluke, you know.
Well, they could say that.
They could talk some shit,
Yeah.
you know.
Everyone's going to talk shit. It just seems like forever and ever and ever.
I agree. No one's ever going to be fully happy. But I have to say, I thought Lily looked really happy for her as well. And Lily looked beautiful. Her dress had some really interesting cultural detail.
Yeah, I thought that too, yeah.
That I thought was really beautiful and cool.
And I love when people do that too.
Yeah.
When they bring their culture to the main stage.
I totally agree. I would say Emma was a top. Lily, I really loved both their dresses. This was a controversial one, and it leads into what we'll be talking about a little bit later. But Ariana, I thought she looked amazing in that pink, dreamy.
Why, someone said different?
Yeah. A couple people were like, she brought her sleeping bag, and I'm just like, shut up.
About her Norma Kalami sleeping bag?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
first of all, that dress was gorgeous.
I thought it looked.
She was probably one of my favorites of the night,
Me
if
too.
not my favorite.
Me too.
I loved her and Cynthia coming out.
Me too.
Giving us the little wing to Wicked.
Exactly.
Like, it's not for you if you have a problem with
Exactly.
that giant, beautiful, pink, puffy. And then the way her hands were inside of it,
Yes.
like it was like this big shawl or something.
Yes, it was so cool. It was like this drapey cape with a gorgeous train. I thought the color looked beautiful on her. She looked like a fucking angel.
I don't know if I ever would wear a dress on the red carpet. I know a lot of guys are doing that these days. It's not for me. However, if it was, that's the dress I'd want to wear.
Yeah.
I want to be something that's like big and poofy.
Yes.
I want to be like, sorry, 2 people 3 seats to the right and 3 seats to the left of me. They're gonna have to put like a folding chair in the aisle, and I'm gonna be like, in my poof.
Well, Ari's so tiny. I'm sure she fit all of it in with her.
It's so sweet with a tiny little voice.
I
so
know,
tiny.
just the most angelic voice. And I loved the blonde hair. I loved the nod to her character in Wicked. Like, I just thought it was gorgeous and beautiful. My Italian queen. Okay, I thought Lupita looked amazing too.
Oh, stunning.
The blue.
But when has she not?
I know, she always looks stunning, but every time she still takes my breath away. Like, that blue was so gorgeous on her. I thought she was great. I thought the woman in Anatomy of a Fall, she had that like dramatic, it wasn't really a shoulder pad. It was kind of an off, it was like a strapless, but it was this very exaggerated, just like really clean black gown, but with this fucking sick, like almost like evil empress.
Was that the one with the white bottom? Or?
No, that was Carrie Mulligan.
Oh,
she
you sent
looked
me that.
amazing
Oh god,
too.
that was gorgeous too. And
That
I
was
love
stunning.
a black and white combo.
Me too.
It always brings me back to Julie Roberts' dress.
Yes.
That incredible black and white dress that
Yes,
she wore.
with the right here.
Yeah, like to me, I was like, that's the quintessential movie star look.
Yes.
Like that, it felt like so right and elegant.
I totally agree. And it was Balenciaga. It was like vintage, a nod back to this Balenciaga dress from, I think, 1951.
Here's the thing, and I really wonder this about Met Gala too. But last night, do you know how many trains of dresses were stepped on at the parties?
Oh, for sure.
I'm like, these, like, like, people are drunk and they're like talking to me, and I'm like, you need to move up. You're gonna step in the girls. Like, you're gonna step in the girls'
really?
dress. Like, and they're like, wow, you know, and like everyone's like talking, and I'm like, these dresses get trampled on.
Yeah, you're on dress
I wonder
control.
how many dresses get ruined in the night that they go out. Like, because really, you've got to just make it on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And then after you do the red carpet, you can kind of go party.
Yeah, that's true.
I think when you get nominated for your Oscar,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
You'll be coming to.
Oh, thank you.
You'll
I'll
be
be your
nominated
date. I'll
as
be your
well.
date.
No. Sorry, Mitch.
Right, I will be giving you the award because I will have won Best Actress the year before.
Exactly.
No.
But we'll go to the party and you can make sure no one steps on my dress.
But when you do, I highly suggest, ladies, do like what they do at weddings where you can have the removable part.
Yes.
And then you have a party dress underneath.
I agree.
You know, you don't have to go as far as to have like, you know, like the little roll up Chinatown shoes that you put in your purse. But like still,
Like
there was
sneakers.
so many barefoot girls at the Elton John party, and I was a little bit like,
Okay, come on. Just,
I get it. Like, please, I get it.
They hurt, but you can put on like a cute shoe that still goes with the vibe. That's
They have
comfortable.
a coat check, and you could like go check your, you know, stuff like that, like your shoes or whatever.
Right.
But I was like, bring, you know, just don't walk around that
barefoot.
It's kind of gross.
I think it's really gross. Like,
unless you're at the beach.
Oh my God. I was at a show on Friday night at the Long Beach Laugh Factory, and this dude in the front row was wearing shorts and flip-flops. And when I got on stage, he had taken his feet out of his flip-flops. Like, just bare
When I
feet.
see somebody touch a barefoot airplane floor,
get
or
the fuck
airport
out.
floor,
Throw him off the plane.
GTFO. I can't. Oh.
Get out
I
of
shame
here.
them. I put them on my Snapchat. I'm like,
good.
Zooming in.
Good. It's so, please don't do that, you guys.
Don't
please.
do it. Who knows what's on that floor?
Exactly.
You know, when I was like younger and I was like, you know, jet setting and doing whatever, I would sometimes like sleep on the floor of the airport.
Yeah. Oh.
Now I think about that.
Yeah.
Even just think about that, I'm like, what was I doing?
I know. It's so tough.
I don't even want my bag to
Yeah, I know. It's so, God, just so many people from so many walks of life with and without shoes.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I felt like it was a fun award show, and yeah, I thought there was no one who really stood out as like, what is that at the actual awards?
I like the John Cena moment.
Oh, the John Cena was fun.
Yeah, that was cute.
He's ripped.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's a fun night. I really don't enjoy award shows in the way of it. I feel like it's very like circle jerky.
Yeah.
You know, like, however. It is nice to see people that work so hard, like Cillian Murphy.
Yes.
Like, that is the first Irish-born actor to win an Oscar, which was an acting Oscar, which I was like, wow. Like, and then also, like, just to see how hard he's worked, how many of his performances I've enjoyed over the years, how many times I thought like, wow, this guy's like such a good actor.
Yeah.
For him to like finally get recognized in that way, it got me a little emotional. It's like it's a little triggering as a performer to watch these things.
It can be.
Because it's like, oh, that's amazing. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's sad. Oh, these people died. Oh, Like, I feel like the whole time, oh, that's inspiring. I'm gonna cry. Oh, don't cry. Like, you know, oh, they shouldn't have said that. They're an idiot. Like, and there's so many different emotions watching that stuff that I kind of just like wait for the highlights sometimes.
Sure.
But, you know, because I was going out this time and I happened to be in town.
Yes.
I was like, I'm going to like get into it a little bit.
Yeah, I love that. And I mean, you're going to Elton's party. I mean, again, that's like the quintessential Oscars party. That's fucking dope. Have you ever been to the Oscars?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either. I've been to the Emmys once.
I haven't even been in a movie that has been nominated.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I went to the Emmys just because people I knew were in the Academy and brought me. So, but yeah, award shows can be kind of weird, you know?
I went to the Independent Spirit Awards.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, the MTV Awards.
Oh, MTV Awards I've been to. Those are fun.
Really fun.
I went when Tiffany Haddish hosted. She got us tickets, and I was so shit-faced that when she won, and she had us seated like on, so we get there, and we're like, oh, she probably got us like seats somewhere. She had gotten us on the floor at a table, like right next to Stranger Things. We were with like her family. And it was so cute. And we're sitting there like Stranger Things. We're walking by Vanderpump Rules, like, sorry, get behind us. You know, like, like the cast of, you know, Black Panther is right next to us. 13 Reasons Why. That was the big show at the time. And when she won, because, you know, they feed you a lot of alcohol. And I'm such a lightweight. I don't really drink anymore at all. But back then, I drank now and then. And they feed you all this alcohol. And a lot of times you haven't eaten because it starts so early.
That's what was the thing. The people at the Elton John party, the people who were there for the viewing all ate.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, there was no food.
Exactly.
They had a little bit of dessert trays.
Exactly.
And then they had these like little Don Julio tequila bottles with straws in them.
Yeah.
Like people were knocking those back and looking like slammered.
Totally. So that's exactly what happened here, because you have to get there also by like 4, you know, because it starts at 5 for a live feed.
I get that it's free, but I don't want to be like wasted when every single person that could hire you is in one of the room.
Oh, I totally agree, and did not mean for this to happen. But when Tiffany won, she won an award, and she comes out and she's in a robe because she's like switching outfits at that point because she's hosting, and she at one point like nods over to us, like the table we're at, because we're at the table with her family, and we're all standing up, and I'm just shit-faced like, yes, like just like I belong to the church of Tiffany Haddish. It's so funny, but I was happy for my girl because I've been working with her for a long time.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. You know, this business is very shaky. It's like up and down and over and out. Like, you got to do a lot of different things to, you know, reinvent yourself.
Yeah, and to stay relevant, you know? Yeah. Oh, and speaking of reinventing, I went to Madonna.
Oh, can you give me the report?
Yes, I can. I mean, look.
First of all, that merch is great.
First of all, the merch, you guys.
I love the way it like goes all the way down into like the seam of the shirt.
That's the thing.
And the print looks like really like good quality. It's never going anywhere.
Yeah, it's really good quality. It has all the dates on the back. You guys all just like, you can see she looks beautiful. The merch,
how much was the t-shirt?
I think it was 50 or 55.
That's good too.
Good prices, not insane. I've definitely paid much more at other concerts. So it was like average ticket prices. All the merch I thought was really good. It was hard to decide. But she had one shirt that said Italians do it better that I might still order.
That classic shirt
she wore, from Papa Don't Preach video.
Right.
Yeah. So it was great. All the merch was like nods to her old eras. Like she had, she had like a Blonde Ambition bomber that she actually wore during that tour that you could buy.
I did see that like on the pillars in the lobby, they had like different images from all the years.
Yes.
It felt like the Madonna Museum a little bit.
Yes, it was. And it really was. I mean, I know Taylor Swift did her Eras tour, but this just felt like a true Eras tour.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's like a decades tour.
It's 4 decades of her life. Like she's had this massive career. She's had more #1 singles than any other female artist in history. Like, and not only does she, you know, like Taylor's doing her eras and they're her own eras. Madonna's songs and music like changed pop culture and changed, like it created eras within the universe. So
the night of the concert, so the first Monday of every month, they have this party at Akbar, gay bar in the East Side.
Yeah.
Called Learn the Words, Bitch.
Okay.
And it's a lip sync contest. People prepare lip syncs.
Right.
Like 10 people, and then hosted by Tony Soto, the most famous drag queen you never heard of. And like and Silver Lake icon, and they do this show, and the 10 people perform, and then there's 2 comedians. I'll get you in there sometime.
Yes,
we should do it together.
Yes,
I would talk to Tony.
Yes, that'd be hilarious.
But you judge the show.
Amazing.
Lovingly judge the show.
I've heard about this. Yes.
You lovingly judge the show, and then they take a little break for you to go like drink, smoke weed, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like the top 3 people have to roulette a song that they should know if they're at a gay bar on a Monday night.
Oh.
Right, and it's like, so Madonna's concert was that night.
Yes.
And it just wiped out the amount of people that signed up and showed up.
Oh my God.
And Tony was saying like, because all of the glittery, you know, gays all went to, all the ones that know how to glue something to something,
exactly.
all went to the, because it's not even about costume. Like you can show up in a flannel. It's about selling a lip sync. Right. And so when you do the last part, if you don't know the words, the audience yells, "Learn the words, bitch," at you.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to, like, and they're angry audience, you know?
Yeah.
It was 3 Madonna songs, okay? And most of the people who had got up and done something were previous winners who just had something in their back pocket.
Yeah.
And nobody knew the Madonna songs. And they were literally Like a Prayer.
What?
Yes, they were Like a Prayer. It was like Holiday and Papa Don't Preach.
Oh my God.
And they didn't know the words.
Are you kidding me?
I have never felt more old. I was like, what? I was like, I'm not at the concert, but I know these words, bitch. Yeah. Like, how could you not know the words?
Those are 3 of the most iconic
Like
songs.
a Prayer?
Like a Prayer is it's my favorite, literally my favorite song of all time.
But like, it literally, life is
the mist.
That's like the beginning. You don't even know that? The guy was like, meh, 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 meh. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
It's, Like a Prayer is so good. I've gotten to perform it at the Comedy Jam, the goddamn Comedy Jam twice. It's a crowd pleaser. It's so good. It's iconic. Also, I went to Catholic school, so I feel like all that stuff, you know.
I used to have such like feelings of like weirdness when it came to like sacrilegious stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm like, it's actually on you because the other people put so much into the iconography of all of this stuff. Right. You know?
Yes.
Like it's just so it's weird to me how much people have this like satanic panic kind of weirdness.
I know. We talked about that a little bit last time. I've
been talking about it a lot lately.
No, we mentioned it, so it's good. Like it's I mean, it's crazy. We were talking about like the iconography. You can't blame you need to be secure enough in your faith to not be shaken by that.
You know, she made Jesus black in that video.
I know. It was very controversial.
That is also very forward moving and very forward thinking.
That's the thing. And she got like banned by the Vatican.
I think when you're like ahead of your time.
Yes.
It takes a long time for people to understand you.
I absolutely agree.
And I think that should be something that all artists think about, like when they're doing stuff that they're like, I don't know if people are going to get this.
Yeah.
Just do it anyway.
I totally agree. And Madonna kept saying the whole thing. She was like, I was always in control. Like, I was the one making the calls. And that's so badass to me. And also, Madonna grew up Catholic. Like, she has a very complicated relationship with the religion. Like, you can't really, how can you get mad at her when she's had her own experience with this faith?
You know French and Saunders, the comedy duo? It's Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders.
Yes.
Like, who did Absolutely Fabulous.
Yeah.
Wrote it. They have this amazing bit, if you watch it. It's not even a podcast, it's like their old radio show. But Madonna did an interview when her sex book came out.
Yes.
And then it got translated to something, and then translated back to English, then translated to something again, and then translated back. And it's ridiculous. When they read through it, they can't even get through it. They're cracking up.
Oh my God.
It's worth a deep dive Google if you think that kind of stuff is funny.
Oh, that's
hilarious.
so fun. I will be doing a deep dive later. I look, even leading up to the concert and after it I've been listening to Madonna. I mean, she just has so many fucking hits. And I was like, how's she gonna pare it all down? First of all, she danced her ass off. She's 65. She sang live, danced her ass off with a titanium hip. You know, she's had a hip replacement.
Right.
And she's running around more than some of the other pop girlies I've seen that are a little bit more current.
And even if not running around, just so stretchy and nimble.
Exactly. It was such a fun show. There was so much. I thought of you, because another thing we talked about last time was you were talking about how much you love Queer Joy. I felt there was so much of that in the room.
Right.
It was just... So, and Bob the drag queen hosted. It was so fun. And, you know, there was one part during Don't Cry For Me Argentina where she put the gay pride flag around and like wore it as a cape, and it was like very moving. Nice. And then there was a beautiful tribute to all the people we've lost from AIDS during Live to Tell.
I did see that.
It was beautiful, but I have a funny story about it because the woman standing in front of us, she was drunk. She was wearing this like glittery mess outfit. I felt like she thought she was going to Beyonce because she was wearing all silver and a cowboy hat. So I feel like she just either recycled her Renaissance outfit or something. But she's sitting in there. We're all like, it's this really, like I said, like moving, serious, kind of intense.
In memoriam moment.
Yes, in memoriam moment. She's floating on this, Madonna's floating on this like, this square thing that was incredible that I've never seen. She's like floating around. They're showing all the different beautiful pictures in black and white. And she's singing this gorgeous ballad. And this woman in front of us is like drunk, screaming, trying to get Madonna's attention. And I'm not joking, trying to twerk to Live to Tell during the AIDS in memoriam.
She's like Keith Haring.
Yes.
You ever see those things at funerals where girls want to like twerk for their man, like at the funeral?
Oh my God, no.
There's a few of them, and the family's like, no, and they're like, no.
I wish someone had said no. We were all like, girl, no, and she was just like, yes. It was crazy.
At the Oscar, when they showed the Oscar in memoriam at the party I was at before Elton John's, there was a guy there who was, no matter who died, he'd be like, no, not Henry.
Oh my God.
Henry died? Oh, Sylvia. Oh, like for every person. I'm like, you didn't know these people.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's like, Glynis. Not Glynis. I was like, you didn't know these people.
Not Glynis.
He was drunk, but he just kept being like, no, for everyone.
God. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's
I was
so good.
Definitely laughing at myself at that.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. Yeah. The only thing I was a little upset about with Madonna was, not upset, but you know, we're like, it's LA. The great thing about seeing concerts in LA is there's a good likelihood that another celeb will come out and join them as a surprise.
Anyone surprised?
Eric Andre, who I love Eric Andre, yes. But it's not as exciting when you know the person, you know what I mean?
And you've seen them naked 50,000
Yes, exactly.
times.
He showed his butt. It was a very iconic, they did this whole kind of like ballroom segment during Vogue where they had people come down.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, and it was great. And so he and Madonna judged, and it was very cute. But then we found out, like 2 days later, Kylie Minogue came, and it was like the first time they ever performed together. So we did have a little FOMO that we missed Kylie. But although I love Eric Andre, he did a phenomenal job.
I was watching Kathy Griffin talk about her experience going, and she went with like Sia and Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
And Paris was like, oh, let me tell Madonna that I'm here. And went to go like DM Madonna, and there was like a call from like 5 weeks ago asking her if she wanted to be the person on stage, but she didn't like return Madonna's.
Oh my God, we could have had her.
Kathy Griffin was like, I don't think Madonna's used to that. Like, I don't think Madonna's used to like not having her text returned right away.
What an alpha move.
Yeah, it was so funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah, there was also this other cool part. Like, even now, she was so groundbreaking. There was one part where these women came out and they had. They were just topless and they were wearing these like cool big baggy pants. So it was like kind of like a boyish vibe, like almost like a skater boy vibe, but with just tits out, and are just dancing their asses off to Hung Up. It was so good. It was like, I've never seen a major pop star just have tits out on their shows. So I was obsessed.
I think we need like a telephone too.
Yeah.
That's like,
yeah, yeah, we do. We do need a telephone too. So yeah, I loved it. I give it a 10 out of 10. It was worth every single time I fucking spoke about it on this podcast. Thank you guys for coming with me on this journey. It was so good. It was everything I wanted and more. But yeah, it was good. Definitely one of the top 3 concerts I've seen, probably.
Wow, what would be the others?
Beyonce and Beyonce.
Yep. And Madonna.
Yep, Beyonce, Madonna.
It's basically like a sandwich.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. It's a Madonna sandwich with Beyonce.
Some gabagool. Gabagool and pumpernickel.
Exactly. Wait, you love Beyonce, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've talked about this.
Yeah, you're not a concert.
I'm not a concert
But
girly.
are you like a pop music girly?
Yeah, I do. I listen to a lot of 70s funk and soul.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I'm like weird. I like take like a little bit from everything. It's like, some people when they go to the buffet, they're like, I want chicken and I want mashed potatoes. Yeah. I'm like a
Yeah.
I like a little taste. So my music sensibility is the same.
Yeah.
I like a little piece of everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, it was great. They're both great. Gaga was good too, I have to say. Gaga. But Madonna's the blueprint,
Yeah. I mean, as far as mega concerts go, it's like what, her and Michael Jackson?
I think so, yeah. And there was a cool part where they had these dancers dress up kind of as Madonna in Like a Virgin and Michael Jackson in Beat It, and they were behind this white screen, and you could just see their like silhouettes, and they did a dance battle, and they did a mashup of Beat It and Like a Virgin.
Oh, that's cute.
Which was cute. Yeah. So it's just like, again, the amount of like culturally iconic moments she's had is just next level.
And so many references to herself from like all of the different stuff.
Yes.
And then when you realize how many of her looks, I remember, I was little, but I remember how insane a cone bra was.
Yes.
Like how now it's like part of fashion.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is she like paved the way in so many ways, and just all her, activism or
everyone was always talking about her wearing her lingerie on the outside of her clothes.
Yes.
Like that was so avant-garde at that time.
Yes, it
and
was.
Now, if you looked at this Oscar, so many girls had their boobs out.
Yes.
Like they were just like doing the see-through
outfit.
Yeah.
Yep. Nips out.
Nips out for Oscar. Nips out for Oscar. Well, he's not wearing any clothes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not. Why should the rest of us?
Same.
Okay, let's move on to another pop girly that we've teased a little bit.
I've been waiting.
I know. Ariana Grande dropped her new album, Eternal Sunshine. I have so many thoughts. I listened to it like the second it dropped. I listened to the whole thing. I'm a huge Arianator. I've seen her live. She's great live too, I will say. She's amazing.
She gave, I think we discussed this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I tell you the same stories.
No, you're great.
She gave me tickets to take my nieces to her show in Miami.
No, you did not tell me that.
Yes, artist. They got their first concert forever will be Ariana Grande at the artist guest entrance. I'm like, they don't even know. Yeah. They don't even know how cool I am.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so
now they're
good.
all 11 and they're like, I don't collect stickers anymore. And I'm like, what? Like they're not like into, I gotta wait for them to come back around at 16.
Yeah. It's weird.
Shifting the energy onto my nephews who are little.
Yeah.
But when I took them when they were like 9 or 7 or 9, and they just lost their mind.
What show was it? Was it the last one she did?
Sweetener tour.
Oh yeah. I think I went to Sweetener at the Forum.
It was we were in Miami. It was so good. It was like in the we were right up front on the stage. Yeah. She was like right there. They lost their minds, these kids.
It's crazy. I mean, her voice is. I have a terrible voice. I have a really bad singing voice, like horrible. Hers.
I'm like,
You're like, I've heard you sing a note or two. You're like, I've heard you try and pretend singing songs on this. I know.
I'm like, you don't say.
Yeah. Her voice is so insane to me. It's so high and beautiful and like breathy.
Oh, yeah.
She sounds like an angel and it's so unique. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound like anything I've heard before. Maybe Mariah.
Right.
But
which having Mariah on that song must have been so cool for her.
I know.
She's having a banner year.
Yeah, she is. She really is. And she deserves it.
Yeah, because she's a good-hearted person in addition to all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I am like a little shocked at how much tea was in this album.
Okay, that's what I want to talk to you about as well. So, I mean, and we don't have to go into too much. I know you know Ariana and everything, but I know she loves you. She wanted you in the Thank You Next video, right?
Oh, yeah,
and it didn't
yeah.
work out, right? The
yeah.
timing didn't work out. But like
one of my biggest regrets. It was like killing me.
What happened? Sorry to bring it up. I'm like, can you tell the worst decision you've ever made?
They were
story?
just like, oh, I had just signed with these new agents, and it was like my first tour with them, and I was doing like a weekend at the Improvs, and they were like, I had all these tickets sold.
Right.
And then it was like, we're going to do it on this day. And I'm like, it works out. And then I got a call and saying, hey, we're moving it. And I was like, if you move it, I can't.
Oh, no.
I just couldn't like cancel.
I get it.
Like all those people that bought tickets, and it was my first.
Yeah, and you're the star too, babe.
Well, my fans.
I get it.
I care about
I
my
get
fans.
it.
Yeah, I
No,
know. I felt really bad because so many people were excited about this show, and it was a Florida show too, in Orlando and Tampa, and it was like my people over there,
Yeah,
so
of course.
it was a lot of like.
I get it. I get it.
I just really felt bad.
I get it. It's tough, when you have shit booked.
Also, I was like a little bit like I might have to shave my beard and then go on tour with like a shaved beard, and I felt like it was such a vulnerable thing for me to do at that time.
Sure.
Now I've shaved my beard a few times, but I hadn't in years at that point, and I was just like, I'm gonna shave my beard and then go out there. You know what I'm saying? It was like scary.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I know she still loves you because you're the best.
Too. I said to her, I said, please, I want to be in another one of your videos one time, and she was like, bet.
Yes.
And I was like, cool. And then I just watched that video with Guillermo Diaz and Brittany.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like driving around.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what I want to do with you.
Yes.
Like, instead of me like wearing the blue hoodie, which I could do like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and that's like been done.
Yeah. I mean, I want to do something cool with you.
Yeah.
And so who knows?
Oh, okay. Well,
maybe our future collab is in the works one day.
Yes. I'm so excited for that.
No, but I adore her. I just think she's so funny and so cute. And I get her humor.
She's so talented. She crushes every time she does SNL. She's great at impressions. She's a funny comedic actress.
Also, she's Italian from Boca, and like she's like 20 minutes from my family.
Exactly.
Our nonas are the same age.
Yes.
And like she has a gay brother, and Frankie and I are friends.
I love Frankie.
Yeah, so it's like
times.
So to me, it's just like there's a lot there that I think unifies us. I feel a little bit like a kinship.
Yeah, totally.
So I also am like protective of her. I don't like people talking shit about her.
Absolutely.
Like not that I really heard much of that, but like I was really. Like with this whole thing with her,
right.
This new romance and leaving her man and her husband and everything, I just was kind of like, we don't know the story. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And all I want for this girl is happiness.
Yes.
Like, so just like let her find her happiness. Like, like life is so short. I've called off 2 engagements myself.
Right.
Like
two?
Two.
Good
and
for you.
Well, I don't know if good for me. Like, I mean, maybe in the long run, but I feel like if it's not right, you just got to make the moves. Yeah. Like the biggest thing I've ever done as a man is like make those kind of decisions where you're just like, look, you can't be reckless with another person's heart. Right. You can't let people be reckless with yours. Right. If something is not working out, you need to make that shift. But then to be so vulnerable, because her fans watch her every move. Right. She's got real stan fans. Right. And it's kind of like they influence her music. She even talks about it, so I was like, how are they going to receive something like this? Right. And then to hear it in the vulnerability and the sheer like villain era cockiness of it a little bit. I'm like, good on you. I know. It didn't, yeah. It worked for T Swift. Yeah, I know, right? Reputation was my favorite album. And this album is like such a departure from kind of like what she normally does. Yeah. But still keeping it in that sweet pop vein. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like it's mature, it's honest, it's raw, it's got like really good catchy songs. I think that as time goes on, these singles are going to pop even more. I totally agree. And we talked about when all the drama went down, we talked about it on this podcast, and a lot of people were saying this is a pattern, all that kind of stuff. But what's funny is shortly after that, Britney came out with her memoir. And
I don't know if you read it, but obviously we learned a lot of new stuff about back in the day. She was vilified for cheating on Justin Timberlake. Everyone shamed her. Exactly, shamed her for it for years. And it kind of, I think, partially caused her breakdown. You know what I mean? Because she just got all this flack. And then meanwhile, behind the scenes, he was the one cheating on her. We learn all these years later. So we never know the full story.
Look at Justin Timberlake's gotten away with a lot. I actually like him too. But that whole Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction thing, how that all fell on her. Justice for Janet.
Yes, exactly. So what's crazy is in the moment, we're dealing with so little information, and also we're seeing it. We know a tiny speck. We know little pieces of gossip.
I'm nowhere near as reported on as the people that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
But I've seen not only, let's just take it away from me. I've been places where I've seen an incident go down.
Yes.
And then it be reported completely incorrect.
Exactly.
Or people say things that are completely false about me.
Exactly. And there's always two sides to a story. So I just feel like everyone latched onto this narrative. People love to spread shit. It spreads like wildfire on the fucking internet. It's crazy and very, I think, detrimental a lot of the times. But I'm so glad that she got to speak her truth on this album. I think she sounds amazing. I love every song. There are no skips for me. I think it's just great. And then, of course, the lead single, Yes And, she interpolated Madonna. Of course, she's got me by the balls right out the gate.
What do you mean interpolated Madonna?
I'm so glad you said that. Do you know what interpolated mean? I did not know. And then everyone was talking about it.
No.
Okay, thank you. And then on my podcast, I was I had my friend Caroline Goldfarb on, and I was everyone's talking about interpolated, everyone knows what it means. And she's I actually do know what it means. So interpolated means that I think you kind of take something and make it into something else or something. So you can hear there are
So it's interpreted. It's derivative of interpretive.
I think so. It's derivative.
And
yeah.
What's the palated part?
I think I don't know what the palated part is. I'm still not sure what it means.
They take a blood sample.
But exactly. But it's I think a little bit derivative of Vogue. If you can hear it, if you listen to it.
Oh, Yes And?
Yes And. Yeah.
See, I was hearing Hairspray.
Oh, interesting.
You can't.
Yeah. That for sure.
That part.
But I think the musical part, the again, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Yeah, all that. I'm so not. I could dance. I can't do anything else musically. But
that part was good though. We can use a voice sample on that one. Wicca wicca.
But that part was a nod to Madonna, a little bit derivative.
I could see it. I guess
so.
I could see it.
That out the gate, I'm in, right? And then we listen. It's again, Bye is incredible. My favorite songs. What are your favorite songs on
Well,
it?
the lyric that when it starts, when it says I keep thinking about this interaction, and I wonder if he's thinking about it too, and judging me the way I'm judging myself.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he knows that that's what's inspiring me. That really got me.
Yeah.
'Cause she's telling us the story.
Yeah, she is.
That maybe that was driving her performance during Wicked, and what she was going through.
Yeah.
And, so I found that to be. Refreshingly shocking.
Yes.
Yeah, it was oh, we're getting some. Then it makes you believe everything else in the whole album because that's so honest and earnest.
Yes.
Which he had a girl laying. He had a girl laying on his chest.
Yeah.
Who's this girl?
Who is this?
Was there some infidelity? Was it just a little too close with a friend?
Well,
what happened?
Yeah, there
was. The tea?
There was. Well, I don't have the tea, but just based on the lyrics, there was a line I hope you feel good in her.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
So to me, I interpreted it, and again, this is all who knows how.
If that's the case, how dare you hurt her?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. But to me, how I interpreted it was he cheated first, and then she maybe did the same thing because she was hurt, that kind of thing. Because then it switches, and it's now I have him on my chest. What are we going to do?
What I like is there isn't a lot of blaming in it,
Exactly.
And it feels very taking ownership of the situation.
Totally.
Which is really cool. I also the song True Story is probably my favorite.
That's one of my favorites.
I've been around a few liars.
Yeah.
And I'm just wow, I love when someone gets called out.
That is one of my absolute favorites. That's one of my top 3. I would say that, Eternal Sunshine, and The Boy Is Mine, just because I love a little nod to a 90s bop, you know?
Yeah.
And it's catchy, and and again, it's that villain era, you know, that I'll play the role
Other
of the
than
villain.
the title, is there anything else that's interpolated in there about Boy Is Mine? Because I was expecting it to be a full-on cover.
I know,
when
I
saw
was
it
too.
in the title track, and it was like not.
It was totally different. I think it's just more of like a nod, like a wink. I like she does little nods and winks, you know?
Right, little Easter eggs.
Yeah, little Easter eggs. Except, yes, and still that line, who cares who's I ride, you know?
Yes, I know.
I mean, shit, girl.
Also, like, be your own fucking best friend.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that lyric.
Yes.
You know, it's such a good lyric.
It's so good. Yeah. And the only other Easter eggs I thought was, like, obviously Eternal Sunshine is the name of the album is based on her love of the movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but also ES is the initials Ethan Slater. So a lot of people were making that connection as well.
Where was ES in there? Where?
What was what?
Wait, say that again?
ES, Eternal Sunshine, are the same initials as the new guy, too.
Oh.
So some of the people were like, is that
like
a
his nickname or
nod?
something?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's pretty good, though. It's pretty juicy. And I think you make a great point. There's no real blaming. It's like, sometimes it's not black and white, that like one person is wrong and one person is right, you know?
I think this is definitely an essential Ari album. I think it's going to go down in her discography as something as such. Like, it's going to always be something that's like, and if you're going to do a deep dive, you have to hit this album.
Yeah, absolutely.
It feels really important.
I totally agree.
To her career.
It feels the most mature to her career, too. I have to say, I think this is probably my second favorite album of hers, only second to Thank You Next, because, I don't know, Thank You Next just did something to me. And also since I knew she wanted you in the video.
Well, I mean, I still love the song. I mean, it's like, you know, it was like seeing all the, you know, the music, Jonathan's in there and seeing all the stuff like that.
Yes, of course.
It was really fun. I mean, I wish I was able to do it.
Totally. But that whole album is like, I love it. It's got kind of a more R&B kind of feel, hip hop feel, and I really like that. But Eternal Sunshine is like very close second for me. How would you rate it on a scale of 10 trash cans?
I give it 10 trash cans.
Me too.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I give it 9 trash cans because I'm not in any of the videos yet.
True story. Get him in. Wait, have you watched the videos yet?
I haven't. No, there's more than one.
There's 2. So the Yes and video. Oh God, that really sold me on the song, to be honest, because it's like she's got a Capizio tight, she's doing fucking choreo, like it is so cute. It's so good. There are nods to Paula Abdul in it. It's so good.
Oh yeah, is there like a Cold-Hearted Snake kind of moment?
Yes.
Which in itself is derivative of Fosse. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's some Fosse vibes in it. It's like a dance musical theater person's dream video. And then the other video she released just a couple days later, the day after the album came out, was I think We Can't Be Friends Anymore, which is with Evan Peters in it. So he's the actor in it, and it's kind of loosely based on Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So she goes in and like has her.
I've seen images of it.
Yes. And there's a nod to 16 Candles in it, where she and Evan Peters are like sitting over a cake, having that, and she's in the big cute 80s dress. It's really cute.
All her movie references.
I know. That's what I'm like. As someone who has all my tattoos are movie references, I'm like, this bitch is after my heart, you know?
She's adorable.
She's so cute and so teeny tiny.
Honestly, every time I see her, I'm just like, she's so cute. She's so freaking cute. She's so cute. It's like
a cutie.
All I can like think about.
Yeah, she is the cutest cutie. I love her so much. Okay. I'm just checking my notes. I started making note cards.
I see.
Look,
it's
sparkle. Very glittery. So cute. Okay. We have done Oscars. We've done Ariana. We've done Madonna. We did a little D True Hollywood Story, our new segment. You guys, our Titanic clip did so well that I was like, we've got to do like the E True Hollywood Story. You've got so many great stories, Daniel, the D True Hollywood Story. So that's a segment every time you're on now.
Great.
Yeah. So we did that with the Oscars coverage. Okay. You brought to my attention, before we wrap up, this cannabis facility was on fire.
Yeah. I didn't even think we were going to talk about it. I just was like, I'm downtown right now and there's like an entire weed plant on fire and then like just billowing over
So that was crazy because on Saturday, which was the day it was happening, I was picking up a cake for my boyfriend and I was driving to drop it at my friend's house in K-Town and I saw smoke billowing and I was like, what the fuck is this? Someone was for sure just smoking weed and got lit on fire.
There was once I was in Detroit and there was once like a cookie factory that like went on fire and the whole town smelled like cookies.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's kind of a good fire.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think it's a funny one in Albany that's like right next to the Cheerio factory.
Oh my God.
No, Buffalo maybe.
Oh my God.
And it's like and every time it's like, it just the whole town smells like Cheerios.
Oh, that's good.
It is good.
That is good.
It's a good one.
Have you ever been in a fire or anything?
Yeah, I mean,
You took a dark, dramatic turn. Tell me your most traumatic fire story.
I had the building next to my I don't even know if I should.
Oh, you don't have to if it's too much.
I just feel like I don't want people to be able to like pinpoint where I live.
Oh yeah, no worries. All good. I once almost burned down my bathroom with
There was a fire in my neighborhood though, and then they were going to turn it into a parking lot for my building. So I was like, and it was an empty building.
Well, that's convenient.
I guess I could tell that part of it.
Yeah, that's good. Again,
I was excited about it. Yeah, good fire.
Good fire
story.
Sometimes the fires work out.
Honestly, it would have been the best TikTok, but I'm gonna make it like show my house.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
You gotta be smart, sometimes it's like.
Yeah, that's so funny. All right, well, I love you so much. Thank you for being on once again.
It's so quick.
I know it's always so quick.
I love you.
We fucking crush it. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me at What's Up Danny. That's or on
great.
YouTube at MyTube.
Great, I love it, and we'll have you back soon. I know you're going out of town, but
yeah, I'll be all over. I will be in New York. I'll be in Vegas. I will be in Florida. I'm hosting Palm Beach Pride.
Yes.
Get into my Instagram if you want to know where you can see me.
Yes, amazing, you guys. And I'll be at Laugh Boston on April 3rd. If you're in Boston, come out, come see me. And more dates are being added all the time.
Oh, and if you have Wow Presents Plus, where you can watch Drag Race around the world.
Yes.
I'm on a comedy special called House of Laughs coming out April 2nd.
And your podcast, Yes Jesus.
Yeah, and my podcast, Yes Jesus Pod.
Yes. Okay, great. Awesome. Love you so much. Can't wait to have you back.
Thanks.
You guys, what do you think of Ari's album? What did you think of the Oscars? Tell us everything. Ari going to Madonna. Love you so much. See you next time. Good night.